guys, welcome to another video. I have switched to locations. I'm now in the basement, just trying something new, seeing if this is what I like or if I prefer the other space better. Anyway, let's get into this video. I am going to share some of my favorite heartbreaking, gut-wrenching books. I don't know why, but the fall season just gives me the feeling of reading something that's gonna make me cry and just curl up into a ball and cease to exist. I don't know why, so don't ask, but that's just what the fall makes me feel like. So yeah, obviously aside from spooky season, once that is over, then I'm like, okay, give me something that's gonna make me cry. So that's why I brought some of my favorite heartbreaking books, which I've already said that, but let's ignore that. Let's just get into it. So first we have If He Had Been With Me. This book follows a girl named Autumn. She is going through high school, but her and her childhood best friend are no longer friends, so she's going through high school kind of on her own. She obviously makes new friends, finds a new clique, and her ex-best friend is making his own clique and his own friends, and they kind of reunite, and let's just say there's a little romance, there's a little something between them. And then once you read this, you've got to get the second book, If Only I Had Told Her. It starts off in his perspective. Now, when I first bought this, I thought this was originally going to be this book, just his POV. It wasn't. It was like the last couple chapters of this book was his POV, and then the rest of it was just the aftermath of what happens in this book, which I was shocked when I first read this. I was a little upset, but like once I was able to finish it and let it all sit, I liked how we were able to see what happened to the characters, how they moved on, and it was just really good. You definitely have to read this after, because if you read this first, you're gonna be super confused, and both books left me crying in a puddle. Yeah, so the puddle was my tears. Okay, so next book is, I should probably say this book is by Laura Nolan. Both of them, same author. Yeah, so next book is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I have her other book, You'd Be Home Now, which I do plan on reading very shortly. But this book, look up the trigger warnings before reading it. I'm being serious, because I've seen people read this book and it just triggers them and they kind of, I guess, relapse in what they were doing. It's about a girl who is in recovery. She self-harms. She doesn't want to anymore, and when the nurses, I guess she's in like a psych ward type thing, and when like the nurses and staff deem her, I guess, safe to go back out in the real world, they send her off. Her mom picks her up and then just leaves her, and she ends up actually making her way, I think it's Arizona is where she ends up going. It's been a while since I read this book, but I think she ends up in Arizona, and just a whole lot of trouble arises, and it's just so sad. But I also feel like it's so realistic for people who have gone through this, and are trying to heal. So definitely look up trigger warnings for this book, but it is really good, and again, I left crying. Okay, this book absolutely destroyed me, and I think I took like a week break from reading anything just to recover, It is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. This book, oh my goodness. From, I think, the first chapter, it had me in a chokehold and didn't let go, and I was left broken and just ugly crying. It is this girl. It's a duo POV, so you've got Rune the boy and Poppy the girl, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just say something happens to Poppy, and her and Rune don't talk for a while, and then they kind of reconnect, and Rune finds out why Poppy kind of disappeared, and it's really, really sad. And they try to make up not only for lost time, but also time that they might not get in the future. It's really good, really sad. I highly, highly recommend this book if you want to cry your heart out. If you do not want books that are going to make you cry, why are you watching this video? But also don't read this because it's going to break your heart. And also, I'm currently a little over halfway reading 1,000 Broken Pieces. If you guys want me to review this book once I'm done, let me know. This book has already made me cry like a baby. Give me like another, I don't know, week or two and I'll have this done. I'm actually hoping it won't take that long, but I've got some stuff coming up the next couple days as of recording this, so I probably won't get to read a lot. But I am hoping that it takes less than a week for me to finish it. So if you guys want a review, let me know and I will get right on it once I finish. Okay, next book is You've Reached Sam. I recently read this for the first time. I cried almost every single chapter. I did do a review on this book. I think it's already out too. But I did review it, and oh my goodness, it is good. It's about a girl named Jules and her boyfriend Sam, who unfortunately passes away before they can graduate high school. So she's going through her, like, I think it's the last 2-3 months of high school, and she's trying to let go and get over Sam, but it's really hard. Obviously, they've been together for, I think it was 3 years, and she has everyone trying to help her get over it, but she's also getting phone calls from him, or I guess she's calling him and he's answering the phone. So it's really hard for her to let go, especially since she still has communication with him. It is so sad. It ends with her eventually making peace, and it's really good. I think this is a good book for if you've lost someone and you're trying to get over them. This book, I feel like, is going to be your buddy and you'll get through it together. And that's also kind of how I feel about 1,000 Broken Pieces at the moment, because it's kind of the same. It's Poppy's sister, well, younger sister, trying to get over what happened to Poppy in the first book and let go of all that grief. And she's like on a whole trip and she meets a boy who's also grieving, and they try to just help each other. Again, I'm not done, so I don't know what happens. I'm a little over halfway, but so far it's really good. And then this book is also, look up the trigger warnings. It is really sad. It is The Way I Used to Be. It's about a young girl who gets assaulted by someone who she thought she could trust, and it's her basically just trying to get through high school and life, and just getting over it, but she doesn't properly let herself feel the feelings that you need to feel to let go and get over it, even though I don't think this is something anyone could just let go. but it's very serious. There is a second book called The Way I Am Now. I don't have it, I haven't read it, but I probably will. Sometime in the future I will probably read that book. But this was, I don't want to say it was easy to get through, but the writing made it easy to flow through the book. There were some parts where I just had to like take a breather because it was getting a little heavy, but it is good. I just, again, look up the trigger warnings before reading it. I think this and Girl in Pieces are really the only books where you need a trigger warning to see if you can read it. Your mental health is important, and you should keep that in mind when reading books. Reading is about enjoying what you read, not making yourself feel bad for what you read. So if you're not enjoying a book, don't read it. Put it away and just forget it even exists. I've done that with one book so far, where I put it down and just haven't picked it back up, and now I feel bad. I want to give it another chance, but at the same time I'm just like, should I? I don't know. I don't think it's for me, but who knows, maybe that'll change in the future and I'll read it, and maybe I'll love it the second time I read it. I don't know. But these are my books that I think are good if you want a good cry. That's what I will say. These are my books. I hope you enjoyed. If you have read any of these books, comment down below if they made you cry or how they made you feel. These all made me cry like a baby. So yeah, or if you have another book that you would like to add to this list that I did not mention, comment that down below, because I probably haven't read it and I would love to read it. I would love to grow this collection of books because I just love making myself cry, I guess. I don't know. It's just something about books like these that just love it. I just love it. But anyway, I think that's it for this video. I went through all my books that fell under this category, and again, if you have books to add, or if you don't agree with my list and have books you want to take away, comment that below. I would love to read your books, your opinions, your recommendations, all of the above. I would love to read those, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Also, I want to point, the only reason why you didn't get a video last Monday was because the video that was supposed to go up Monday got released a couple days earlier, and I don't know how that happened, but when I went to check my videos, I saw that it uploaded like 3 days early. So that is why last Monday there was no video, because your Monday video got released early. And I don't know how that happened, but it did, and I'm sorry that it happened and I didn't catch it sooner. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I can't believe we're already almost done with November. I feel like the last 3 months of the year always go by so quickly and I can never catch my breath. It's also just the time of year where Christmas, Thanksgiving, for me, birthdays, anniversary, and it's just a lot of buying gifts. So I feel like that's also a contributor as to why everything is going by so quickly. But I'm like freaking myself out. I gotta catch my breath. I actually gotta go Christmas shopping real soon. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a like and subscribe, because I know you're not subscribed. I can see you are not subscribed. So yeah, subscribe, like, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully on a Monday, with another video. Bye!